What does it mean when one of China's hottest rising stars suddenly takes time off from his packed filming schedule just to escort his co-star to the airport? The entertainment world erupted into absolute chaos earlier this week when eagle-eyed fans captured what might be the most talked-about celebrity airport sighting of the year, and the implications are sending shockwaves through social media platforms across Asia and beyond. Su Kai, known for his intense dedication to his craft and notoriously busy filming calendar, made headlines not for a new drama announcement or a brand endorsement, but for something far more intriguing and personally revealing that has left millions of fans dissecting every single frame of the leaked footage and photographs that surfaced online. The 29-year-old heartthrob was photographed in what appeared to be an intimate and carefully orchestrated airport send-off for none other than Tan Songyun, his co-star from their recent collaboration, and the dynamics captured in those fleeting moments have sparked an absolute firestorm of speculation about what's really happening behind the carefully curated public personas these two beloved actors have maintained throughout their careers. But here's where things get absolutely fascinating and downright suspicious in a way that has even the most skeptical observers raising their eyebrows. Tan Songyun, typically known for her bright and approachable demeanor with fans and media alike, was spotted going to extraordinary lengths to conceal her face, wearing not just one but multiple layers of disguise, including an oversized mask that covered most of her facial features, a baseball cap pulled down low over her forehead, and what witnesses described as an almost frantic energy as she moved through the airport terminal. Why would someone who has spent years building a warm and accessible public image suddenly become so intensely private and seemingly uncomfortable with being photographed? The 33-year-old actress, beloved for her roles in hit dramas and her sweet girl-next-door image, appeared to be actively avoiding any form of recognition, and according to several fan accounts who were present at the scene, she seemed visibly flustered when she realized that people had recognized her despite her elaborate attempts at disguise. What could possibly compel a seasoned professional, who has walked countless red carpets and faced innumerable press conferences, to suddenly act so shy and evasive? The answer might lie in who was standing protectively by her side throughout the entire ordeal, and the nature of their interaction has sent the rumor mills into absolute overdrive. The real bombshell that has everyone talking and theorizing late into the night isn't just that Su Kai showed up at the airport, but rather the extraordinary measures he reportedly took to make this appearance possible in the first place, measures that suggest this was far more than just a casual friendly gesture between professional colleagues. Multiple sources from within the entertainment industry, speaking on condition of anonymity due to the sensitive nature of celebrity privacy and management company policies, have confirmed that Su Kai actually requested and received approval for personal leave from his current filming project, a highly anticipated historical drama with a massive production budget and an incredibly tight shooting schedule that typically doesn't accommodate such requests unless absolutely necessary for medical emergencies or family crises. Let that sink in for a moment. A lead actor in a major production, responsible for carrying multiple scenes each day and coordinating with dozens of cast and crew members, decided that escorting someone to the airport was important enough to disrupt the entire filming schedule and potentially cost the production company substantial amounts of money in delayed shooting days and extended equipment rentals. The question that absolutely everyone is asking right now is devastatingly simple yet profoundly complex. What kind of relationship between two people would justify such a dramatic and professionally risky decision? Industry insiders who have worked with both actors over the years are expressing genuine surprise at this development, noting that while Su Kai has always been professional and courteous with his co-stars, he has never before been known to extend such personal gestures that cross the boundary from professional courtesy into what appears to be deeply personal territory. One veteran entertainment reporter with over 2 decades of experience covering Chinese celebrity culture noted in an off-the-record conversation that this type of behavior, particularly the willingness to take leave from work specifically to see someone off, traditionally carries very specific connotations in Chinese entertainment circles, and is generally reserved for family members or romantic partners, rather than mere friends or professional associates. The reporter went on to explain that the optics of such a gesture, especially when combined with the apparent attempt to keep the interaction low-key and private, sends very clear signals to those who understand the unwritten codes and subtle languages of celebrity relationships in the tightly controlled world of Chinese entertainment. The timeline of events leading up to this airport encounter reads like something straight out of a romantic drama script, complete with mysterious gaps and suggestive coincidences that have amateur detectives on social media working overtime to piece together the full picture. According to flight tracking enthusiasts and fan accounts that meticulously document celebrity movements, Tan Songyun's departure was scheduled for early morning, yet Su Kai was spotted arriving at the airport nearly 3 hours before her flight's departure time, suggesting a level of advanced planning and coordination that goes well beyond a spontaneous decision to swing by and say goodbye. Witnesses reported seeing the two of them in what appeared to be an intense and emotional conversation in a relatively secluded corner of the airport's VIP lounge area, with body language experts who later analyzed the circulating photos pointing out several telling details including sustained eye contact, protective positioning, and what one expert described as classic indicators of emotional intimacy and mutual concern. What makes this situation even more intriguing and loaded with potential significance is the carefully documented history between these two actors. A history that fans have been analyzing and romanticizing for years, but which has suddenly taken on new meaning in light of these latest developments. Soo Kai and Tan Songyun first worked together on a period drama that became a surprise hit and launched both of their careers to new heights, with their on-screen chemistry becoming the stuff of legend and spawning countless fan videos, social media posts, and speculation about whether their connection extended beyond the cameras. Throughout various interviews and promotional events during that drama's airing, both actors consistently maintained that they were simply good friends and professional colleagues who happened to work well together. A standard response that satisfied some fans while leaving others convinced that there was something more brewing beneath the surface. Now, with this airport incident bringing their relationship back into the spotlight in such a dramatic and undeniable way, many of those early believers feel vindicated while skeptics are being forced to reconsider their positions. The entertainment management companies representing both actors have so far maintained a deafening silence on the matter, refusing to confirm or deny any details about the airport encounter or the nature of the relationship between their clients, a strategic non-response that has only served to fuel further speculation and conspiracy theories. When reached for comment by multiple media outlets, representatives from both agencies issued nearly identical statements that essentially said nothing while managing to sound official, a classic public relations maneuver that veteran entertainment journalists recognize as the standard approach when agencies want to neither confirm nor deny something that might be true, but which they're not yet ready to publicly address. This calculated ambiguity has created a perfect storm of speculation, with every hour bringing new theories, alleged insider information, and heated debates across social media platforms about what's really going on behind the scenes. Fan reactions to this developing story have been explosively divided in ways that reveal deep fault lines within celebrity fandom culture, and the complex emotional investments that fans make in the public personas and private lives of their favorite stars. On one side, there's a large contingent of shippers who have been hoping and praying for years that Soo Kai and Tan Songyun might actually be in a romantic relationship, and for them this airport incident represents a dream come true and definitive proof that their theories and emotional investments were justified all along. These fans are flooding social media with celebratory posts, detailed analyses of every photo and video from the airport, and expressions of joy at seeing what they interpret as their favorite couple finally going public with their relationship, even if inadvertently. They've created elaborate timelines connecting every past interaction between the two actors, reinterpreting innocent professional moments as evidence of hidden romance, and declaring this airport send-off as the moment when everything finally came together and made sense. On the opposite end of the spectrum, there's an equally vocal group of fans who are expressing everything from disappointment to outright anger at these developments, and their reactions reveal the complicated and sometimes problematic nature of celebrity worship and parasocial relationships in the modern entertainment landscape. Some individual fans of Soo Kai who have invested years in fantasizing about their own potential relationship with the actor are struggling to accept the possibility that he might be romantically involved with someone else, leading to expressions of betrayal and heartbreak that mental health professionals might find concerning in their intensity and personal nature. Similarly, certain segments of Tan Songyun's fanbase who have constructed their own idealized versions of her life and future are pushing back against the romance theories, either because they've invested in shipping her with different actors or because they prefer to maintain the fantasy that she remains romantically available and unattached. The controversy has spilled over into broader conversations about privacy, celebrity culture, and the rights of public figures to maintain personal lives. Separate from their professional personas, conversations that have taken on increased urgency in recent years as social media has eroded traditional boundaries between stars and their audiences. Progressive voices within the entertainment commentary space are arguing that even if Soo Kai and Tan Songyun are in a romantic relationship, they have every right to keep that information private and to conduct their personal lives without constant scrutiny and pressure to make public statements or justify their choices to fans or media. These commentators point out that the intense pressure placed on celebrities, particularly in Asian entertainment markets, to remain seemingly single and available for fan fantasy represents an unhealthy and ultimately unsustainable approach to celebrity culture that takes a serious toll on the mental health and personal happiness of the entertainers themselves. However, opposing voices argue that when celebrities benefit enormously from public attention and fan devotion,